Evening peeps, welcome back to the channel. Tonight we've got, let me start that again. Welcome back to the channel. You've just seen the We Are Driven intro. We Are Driven still pushing Archie's journey. We're still pushing Bradley Lowry Foundation. Get yourselves over to Facebook, click all the like buttons, get yourself over to We Are Driven, get involved, and then get over to justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's journey. Go and drop a donation on there and read all about that over there. Thanks. Right, tonight, back with P1RC's British Touring Car Championship. It's 2 20-minute sprint races, followed by a 10-minute sprint qualifying for next week. That was actually taken this week, last week, by P1 Obi-Wan. So he takes pole position for race 1 tonight. There is success ballast in between the two races as well. So whoever gets first, second, and third in race 1 picks up a little bit of extra weight in race 2. Reverse grid as well. Oh, that video's finished. You're looking at a black screen. Apologies. I have got scores, but I'm going to have to read them out to you. So we'll get ourselves in the lobby and ready, and then I'll get ourselves into the points. I've got T-shirts and tickers still available. Let me know if you want any of those. Right. I'll give you your email address at the end. Let's get on with this then. So I think we're a little bit late. I'm going to kick the first race off at 5 past. Who we've got? We've got Pilgrim, we've got Valium, Obi-Wan, Rob, Manny, Champ, JPH, Dodgy. Not sure who he is. Raffo, Dugs, and Magenta. Who are you? Snavher. Snavher. It's English, so Mickey J's in the house. Filling up nicely. Let's have a quick look at what we're driving. A few M3s, the Yaris, the Focus, the Civic. What else? We got the Hyundai as well in this one. So they are set in 2 teams. The BMW, the Toyota, the Ford, the Honda, and the, what is it? Hyundai Avensis, isn't it? Genesis, Avensis. Which one is it? Genesis. There it is. Coupe. 3.8. Right, let's get ourselves on track then, because they will kick straight into race 1. Like I say, after qualifying last week, and that is the final race of tonight. It's qualifying for next week. So we have 2 20-minute sprint races, followed by a 10-minute or 20-minute enduros, whatever you want to call them, followed by a 10-minute sprint race for qualifying next week. Let's have a look at some of these points, shall we? So leading the way after last week is P1 Obi-Wan. Who's that? Hammercat's joined the room. Is he racing tonight? Obi-Wan is sitting on 42 points. In second place is Champ on 38. We've got JPH in third. He's got 34 points. In fourth, we've got P1 Valium. He is on 23 points. We've got Manny on, was that 19 points I saw? Yes, it was. We've got 2 drivers on 18 points. We've got Rob and Pilgrim both on 18 points. So joint 7th. Dodgy has got himself 17 points for 9th. Magenta Fez got 13 points for 10th. Douglas has got 13 points as well. So joint 10th. Raffo in 12th. He has got himself, oh, no points on the board. So So that is the last of the drivers, but we've got quite a full lobby tonight by the looks of it. Not sure whether they're all driving. Get all that lot turned on for you lot. Have a look at some of these cars before we jump into the race. There is the little Yaris motor livery. Raffo in the BMW. We have just been looking at the Hyundai of Manny driving round. Big wheel driven smashed on the front as well. Obi-Wan also in the Yaris. Another Hyundai. There's the Civic. Snavher. Not sure who you are, Snavher. Racing nonetheless. JPH also in the Civic. Got Champ in the Focus. Hammercat in the Honda as well. Doug's in the BMW. Magenta in the BMW. Dodgy in the Yaris. I missed anyone? Don't think so. So yes, it is going to be P1 Obi-Wan on pole, Champ second, and JPH in third, as that was finishing positions last week. Obi-Wan managed to make a bit of a break as well at the end of that qualifying session. 8 seconds out front, it was left to JPH and Champ to battle it out for that second spot. Champ just taking it, I think only by about half a second, if I remember rightly. So just waiting for, I think we've got all drivers in, we're just waiting for the grid to be set up. Live at Catalunya tonight for round 2. It is, even though it is the third race of the series, they made some adjustments after race 1, so they didn't count any points from race 1, almost used it as a setup or a practice session. So yeah, no points for round 1, even though it is actually on the streams. You can actually go and watch it, but yeah, I think a couple of the cars were a little bit overpowered, so they made some adjustments into race 2. Didn't count the points in race 1, so this is effectively round 3, but it is actually round 2 points wise, so it's round 2. Round 3 next week. Live from Catalunya. That's enough of my waffling. Let's get ourselves on board for a lap with Ricky J then. So N300 class cars, hard on the brakes into turn 1. Through the great big chicane, tricky corner, especially at the start of the race when everyone's piling through there. I forget what these turns are called. Where's my little bundle of papers? Here we go. There she is. Repsol then. There. Seat, tyres squealing, racing softs on board for Ricky J. Down towards Worth then, carry a fair bit of speed through this one. Got to be careful not to run it out wide on the exit. And to wall off a load of speed there, Ricky J, so as not to actually run off wide. Into Campsa then, again can carry a lot of speed through there if you get it right. And down towards Lacacia, or however you pronounce that. Again, just seen a little bit tight through there for Ricky J. Just seen one driver in the Genesis drive a little bit wide through there as well. Into Bank Sabadell, down towards the Eurocar, and then into the chicane. Final turn to go, back onto this start-finish straight. Okay, so yeah, a couple of the new drivers not quite sure on power and weight settings, so that's just being jiggled about. So another slight delay. Let's get ourselves out of that view. Can Obi-Wan take advantage of that pole position? Again, Champ and JPH were right. Oh my god, I've got Manny driving the wrong way on track. Yeah, Champ. Oh, let's put Ricky J off a little bit. See what Rob S is up to. Yes, Champ and JPH put Obi-Wan under a fair bit of pressure, but those two battling just allowed him to make a little bit of a gap. He broke the toe, they carried on battling. And yeah, Obi-Wan. Okay, Pilgrim giving the shout to everyone. I think we're pretty much about to get underway with race 1. There it is. Round 2 of P1RC's British Touring Car Championship just about to get underway then. Again, 2 races, reverse grid for race 2. Extra weight carried over for the top 3. Grid position set up as of last week's qualifying session at the end of the 2 races. The revs are up. The lights have gone red. We'll wait for these to go. They're away. It's not a great start from anybody, to be honest. There goes Valium, fires himself through the pack in the Yaris. He's going to be carrying some good speed through. He's looking for a way past Obi-Wan. Gets the job done. Valium, where did you qualify? 4th, 5th? Through into first, into turn 1. Obi-Wan 2nd. JPH and Manny 3rd. Where did Champ end up? 6th. Very poor starts from all 3 of the top 3. Dodgy in 5th, then Champ 6th. Oh, position swapping. Raffo looking for that position off of Champ, but he's holding 7th. Doug's 8th. Snavhurt in 9th. Oh, a little bit of contact through there, maybe. Everybody's still on track though. Pilgrim trying to run around the outside of him, not able to hold the line. Cuts back across, now under pressure from teammate Rob S, looking for a way past early on. Gets himself through. Ricky J in 12th on the back end of the 2 Focus. And we've got Hammercat 13th trying to catch up with the pack. Magenta Fez in the BMW. 10 seconds down. Somebody's off in front. Who's that? Manny? It is. He's gone off through Worth. He's not damaged, so just got a bit of work to catch up with the rest of the pack then. Get ourselves back up front. Obi-Wan's managed to get himself back into first place. JPH into 2nd. Valium comes back at him though. Got a bit of a penalty to lose. What's going to happen here is JPH going to hold the line into... No. Valium gets through, retakes that 2nd off of JPH. Again, got to be careful cutting that corner. He has still got a penalty to lose. The Honda Civic is all over the back end of Valium at the minute, dragging a Champ along with him. He's managed to get himself from 6th to 4th after the poor start. JPH and Valium side by side. Champ using the toe from JPH to get past as well. Both drivers firing themselves past Valium then. Goes from 2nd to 4th on that one turn. JPH has driven himself off circuit. He's got to be careful coming back on as well. Stays out of the way. Those drivers just coming through, battling it away. Yeah. Oof. Valium, we just catch him almost driving himself on track, off track while he's on the hunt for Champ. Runs a little bit wide through Repsol. Pack already split up then. 2-3 seconds back to Pilgrim in 4th. Dodgy JPH trying to get himself back in this fight. What happened to you, JPH? Oh, you drove yourself off track at turn 1, didn't you? Trying to get back through this pack then. Snav H in 7th, also holding a penalty in the Civic. Raffo 8th. Oh, Ricky J. Not sure what happened there. Not sure whether you caught the curb and just speared yourself off track. Didn't look like there was any contact. Maybe just dipped a wheel. That was enough. Magenta Fez 14th, 21 seconds back now. Obi-Wan already starting to pull a gap out front. Nearly 4 seconds over Champ, who's managed to get himself into 2nd after that poor start. Valium still holding 3rd. More penalty to lose as well. He'd got that down to 0.3 of a second. It's now at 0.9. Pilgrim then holding 4th. JPH back up to 5th after his firing himself off at turn 1. Get the toe off of Pilgrim down here. Pilgrim's also got a penalty to lose. Might do that into turn 1. Get ourselves on with JPH on the hunt down to the first turn. Is he going to outbrake Pilgrim here? Pilgrim loses a little bit of his penalty. Goes a little bit wide through turn 1 as he does so. JPH looking to come back at him. Now tucks one up the inside. He won't. Oh, still, yes, he will. He'll have the inside line into Repsol here. That should. Where have you gone? There you go. That should get him in front before he gets down to Seat. And does. He holds the line through there as well. Pilgrim behind, losing more of his penalty as he goes through. Valium then escapes 3rd. He's got a nice big gap, 2.5 seconds out front from JPH, but 3.8 seconds back from Champ. He's now got 4 seconds gap between himself and first place Obi-Wan. There he is. Change car, damn it. There you go, Valium. Oh, Valium, where are you picking up your penalties? Over 2 seconds he just had on board then. Not losing too much time to these drivers behind. JPH and Pilgrim still battling it out for 4th. JPH gets himself back through. Pilgrim trying to hang on. I think Pilgrim losing his penalty has cost him that position, but he might be able to get a good toe down this start-finish straight and get that position back by the end. JPH picks himself up a penalty. Must be on that last turn of the chicane, I think. Everyone taking big chunks out of that. There's a big pile of drivers all looking for a position here. We've got Dodgy, Raffo and Rob S all hunting each other down. We've got the Yaris being hunted by the BMW, being hunted by the Ford Focus. Turn 1, Raffo slips one up the inside of Dodgy. He's not able to carry the speed though. Dodgy carries it through, holds 7th. Raffo puts himself under pressure from Rob S behind, but manages to keep the position as well. Doug's in 10th, 3.8 seconds back. Manny, after firing himself off track, under pressure from Hammercat, who's just trying to lose his penalty there. Ricky J, who also speared himself off track, looking to try and close that gap up. 14.5 seconds. He is closing the gap up on Hammercat actually. And Magenta Fez 39 seconds down. Obi-Wan. Jedi Powers working tonight. 4.5 seconds over Champ. Yaris versus Ford Focus here. We've got the next Yaris in the background. Ooh. Pilgrim almost runs himself off track. Valium, get rid of those penalties, drive that car properly. Look at the pressure you're under now from JPH. It's just over, he's got himself a penalty to lose as well. He's just over a second back, but it is going to benefit him here. Valium holding 1.2 seconds penalty. JPH got half of that, trying to lose it through there as well. Pulled big gap on Pilgrim then, 3.8 seconds. So JPH needs to close that gap down to just below a second to benefit from the tow here. He might just have the better drive out of that final turn. It's going to close up, it won't be enough for the move into turn 1. But looking for those podium positions then, JPH. Look at the gap Obi-Wan's got, 5.5 seconds over Champ. Great big gap back to Valium as well, 6.8 seconds. Still got a second of penalty to lose. JPH closing up on him all the time. Just 0.8 of a second in it. H then through into 5th. Got himself past Pilgrim as well. Got another penalty on board as Pilgrim. Raffo under pressure from Rob S again, and Dodgy still. Dodgy losing out in this battle, ending up at the back of this little trio. Oh, Dugs and Manny having a little coming together. Dugs getting fired off track, unfortunately. Don't think that was intentional between himself and Manny. Hammercat looking not to get involved in that one, so Ricky J in 13th. He's pulling time back on these boys, so whether it's enough to get back into the 10 minutes left of this race, so halfway through. Magenta almost a minute back. Obi-Wan still stretching his lead, 6.1 seconds. Racing, look at the wear he's not got on those racing super softs. Champ's got a lot more wear on his softs. Not that you can really tell, but yeah, he definitely has. You look at the super softs of JPH on the Honda. Great big red line on them. Valium putting him back under pressure though, so JPH taking that final podium position in race 1 at the minute. Can Valium get it back? He did take race lead. Getting a great start off the line, did Valium. Managed to get himself past Obi-Wan, Champ and JPH. Trying to run a different line through Repsol. JPH has just got to let it hang out wide and hold the line into Worth. Exactly like that. Valium might get a, sorry, not Worth, it's Seat. Might get a run down onto him into Worth, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Good battle developing here though. Snav H still holding 5th. Pilgrim right on his tail for 6th now. Raffo's managed to catch up with these two. Pulled a little bit of time from Rob S. Dodgy also dropped out of that fight. He's now 3.5 seconds back from Rob. Doug's 11.4 back after getting speared. Manny, he's ended up behind Doug's. These two had a little coming together through Worth. Sorry, that was through Seat, wasn't it? On the exit of Seat, got fired off track. Doug's back into 10th then. Manny 11th. Hammercat 12th. Ricky J definitely closing that gap up, 3.7 seconds back. Definitely going to get himself back in this fight. Magenta Fez, yes, now a whole minute back for Magenta. Obi-Wan 6.2 seconds. Champ 10.7 seconds over JPH, who is under threat here. Again holds on to it. Valium again with a great big chunk of penalty. It's got to be that last turn. Let's get ourselves on board. Picked up more as well. 0.7 up to 1.2. Lost a bit of time there as well to JPH. The gap at 0.6. Got to be careful. He doesn't want to get himself out of that slipstream range onto this long start finish straight. Every time he loses a bit of penalty, it's a 10th here or there. Gap starting to stretch open. 1.2 seconds between himself and Valium now. More penalty, Valium. You're swearing at someone. What are you doing? Penalty after penalty for Valium. Still 1.1 seconds back. It's going to be a tall order, I think, here for Valium to get this position back off of JPH. Oh, wheel on the AstroTurf there. It's nearly spun him round. Losing a little bit more time. I think it's this turn here everyone's catching a penalty on. Did these two get away with it that time? Looks like it. Right, let's get ourselves back up front, see where Obi-Wan is, and then we'll run through the pack. Nearly 7 seconds out front then. He's obviously liking the little Yaris, it's working for him. Champ in second, JPH third. Cutting that turn as well, Valium. Valium in fourth. Doesn't pick up a penalty for that one, but he's still holding a great big chunk anyway. Pilgrim fifth, comfortably in fifth now as well. Raffo under pressure. He's got himself past Snav H. Snav was holding fifth, but something's happened. He's lost a few positions here. He's under pressure from Rob S as well. Raffo goes through to take 6. He's now back on the hunt for Pilgrim. 1.3 seconds in front of him. Snav H in 7th now. Then Rob S 8th. Dodgy in 9th. Manny 10th. Oh, back past Doug's. These two look like they're having a fair old battle as well at the back here. Ricky J just 3.5 seconds back from these two. He's already got himself past Hammercat. So clawing some positions back. Magenta Fez ghosting out as these faster drivers come through. 4 minutes remaining then of race 1. Disgusting amount of lead on board for Obi-Wan. 7.7 seconds. I've just chuck in a faster slap as well, eh? Why not? 1:58.385 then for Obi. Again, a tiny little red line just showing up on his super softs. How he's managed to make them not wear out is beyond me. I mean, tyre wear and fuel depletion is not on very high at all. I think it's 1 and 1. But on the softs of Champ, they've got about as much wear as Obi-Wan's super softs, and obviously the super softs will be grippier, faster, and able to just pull that time out as Champ is seeing. JPH on the super soft as well, so you can see he's managed to get himself, after firing himself off at turn 1, back into 3rd position. Still a long way back from the 2 in front, but he's not quite dropped Valium's. That back to 0.7 of a second. Valium's bound to pick up like 3.5 minutes of penalty before the end of the race, so I don't think JPH has got to worry. Valium's liked his penalties tonight. Still piling that pressure on JPH though. Back within that towing range. Almost lost his penalty. Just drives himself off track there a little bit. It's tiny mistakes like that, unfortunately, which does give you penalties. All four wheels off the track over that white line. Depending which corner, to be honest, as you can see, they are taking liberties on some of these corners and not picking up penalties. There is a back marker Magenta, her car ghosting it out just to allow these boys through cleanly. She always does take avoiding action, but she doesn't have to. Can Valium get this position back here? Then just under 2 minutes remaining. 2-minute lap, so this will be final lap for these two. I think we're going to see... we might see another lap for Obi-Wan. I don't think Champ's going to see another lap. Here then, Valium versus JPH still in this final lap. We've got a Raffo and a Pilgrim battle going on. Pilgrim losing that fifth to Raffo. Pilgrim 6th, Snav H 7th, still under pressure from Rob S for that position as well. Rob S sitting in 8th position. Very big penalty for Snav H to lose as well. Puts himself under a little bit more pressure from Rob. Dodgy 9th, having a little bit of a race of his own as it comes to the end of race 1. Manny 10th, pull time over Dougs. Oh, Dougs all the way down in 12th. Ricky J made up another position into 11th, past Dougs then. Dougs not that far in front of Hammercat, 4.3 seconds. And Magenta still plodding round, 1:39, 1 minute 39 back. So Obi-Wan is going to get a little glory lap, parade lap for him at the end. What have we got left on the clock? 25 seconds. I think, yeah, he's going to cross the line. 9 seconds in front of Champ at the minute. Obviously that'll be a whole lap as well on top of that. Crosses the line to start that lap then. Here comes Champ through this final turn. Timer ticks over now though, so that is going to be it. Champ is going to take a second position in race 1. JPH, who's going to win here? JPH or Valium? Can Valium get... Oh, looks like a good exit for JPH. He's managed to pull a little bit of time over Valium just on those last couple of turns, so he's going to take third position then JPH. Valium takes 4th. Pilgrim back past Raffo. What happened? All the way down to 8th. Pilgrim back into 5th then. Final lap shenanigans have kicked off. Snav into 6th, only actually losing 1 position by the end of this race. Raffo 7th, Rob S in 8th, Dodgy 9th, closed that gap up, so something happened between Rob S and Raffo by the looks of it. Manny giving us a wiggle as he comes down to the line, backwards he goes for 10th. Ricky J is going to take 11th, Genta Fez crosses the line as well for 14th. Here come Dougs. Dougs takes 12th, Hammercat takes 13th. And let's go and find Obi-Wan then. Parade or glory lap for him. The only man out on track at race pace. Fastest lap, pole position, clean race. Not led all the way though. As I say, Valium getting a start of all starts over these three. Obi-Wan, Champ and JPH. Just managed to fire himself through the middle of them all. Get himself into P1. Straight through turn 1. So here comes Obi-Wan then taking... Oh, he's just dropping his penalty before he crosses the line. There it is. Race win for Obi-Wan in race 1. Almost everyone picking up a penalty in that race. All the stars pole, fastest, clean. All the points for Obi-Wan there then. So we get a little bit of a break, not too long. I don't think they give us too long in the P1 lobbies. And then we jump into race 2, which is reverse grid, exactly the same circuit, same setup, but a reverse grid, and the top 3 from race 1 carry over extra weight into race 2. And then once that's done, we have another little bit of a break, and then we jump into qualifying for next week. So a little 10-minute qualifying sprint race. That sets us up for next week's race 1. Let's see what happens in the chats. See if we can get any news on why people ended up getting speared or firing themselves off, or 14 drivers. Man, he's typing away. See what he's got to say when he fires that one up. So yeah, top 3 from race 1 carry over a little bit of extra weight into race 2. I think it's 3 clicks for first place, 2 clicks for second place, and 1 click for third. Everyone else stays as they are. You should try the Genesis. You're not enjoying it, Manny? Is it a little bit sideways action? Does it not do what you want? So yes, more points. Obi-Wan stretching his lead out front as well. Again, everyone else ending up in the same positions. Champ second, JPH third. Hammercat struggling with the Honda tonight by the looks of it. May not have it quite set up right, who knows. Don't forget to check out CJ's channel. We've got Friday night league coming up soon. What is it now? What is it now? What is it now? Come on, give me a little pretty picture of it. There we go. It's the MRC boys and Race Asylum have set up a little Friday night street races session. So I think it's all street cars. No, I don't think there's tuning on. There might be tuning. I've not got the details in front of me. I've just got a pretty little picture. Let's have a look. No, I can't see anything about tuning or anything. I could be mistaken though. Yeah, that's just a little session to keep people occupied while the Team Oliver Racing League and Friday Night GTTCC has got the pause on until the new year. What's happening in the chat? 204s and 206s for Hammercat. He's not happy with his pace, that's for sure. Raffo not happy with Doug's. Doug's usually pretty good, pretty clean. May have just struggled a little bit tonight, who knows. Hammercat trying to get involved, getting called out. Come on, boys. can get a bit heated though, you know. I know people say, oh, it's only a game, it's only a game. No, well, you say that, but you know, if you spend enough time on it, it becomes your hobby, doesn't it, your thing. And if people mess with that, well, you don't want that to happen, do you? I'm not saying people have messed with you, but there we go. Race setup just being changed for race 2 then, reverse grid. Get myself on, looks like we're not far off ready starting race 2. So it's going to be Magenta Fez that leads us out. She might just peel herself off in turn 1, just allow everyone to come through. We'll see. There it is, Pilgrim giving everyone the shout. Race 2 not far off getting underway then. See how JPH gets on. 3rd in race 1. Carrying the 2nd most weight into race 2, so the car's going to feel a little bit different. Obi-Wan will be holding the, oh sorry, the 3rd most weight. It'll be Champ holding 2nd most weight, won't it? Of course it will. Here we go then. Race 2 from tonight, reverse grid. Magenta on pole, followed by Hammercat, followed by Dugs, Ricky, Manny, Dodgy, Rob, Raffo, Snav, Pilgrim. And we've got Valium, JPH, Champ, and poor old Obi-Wan all at the back, carrying the most weight as well then. Here we go, lights are on. It's not a great start from Magenta, under a little bit of pressure. There goes Valium firing himself through the pack again, looking for a way through this gaggle of cars. Magenta still holding pole position. Can she hold it into turn 1? No. Again, just runs herself wide there, I think. Just trying to keep out the way of these maniacs coming through. Dugs then gets himself through to the front of the pack, closely followed by Manny. Unfortunately, I think Magenta Fez just got a little tap on the side there, got sent. So kicking off here then, Doug's holding that top spot into Repsol. Manny 2nd, then Valium. Yeah, great start from 4th from the back all the way into 3rd already. He's looking quick in race 1. Dodgy just holding 4th position from Snav H, side by side as they were going through there. Snav H 5th, then Obi-Wan 6th, also getting a good start. Champ 7th. Oh, Valium getting tangled up. Holds that 3rd position though, does he? No, Snav H gets through. So did Valium just dip a wheel on the grass, send himself a bit sideways? Was there contact? I don't know. My replay function doesn't work, so not happening. Snav H into pole position then. Doug still holding the front spot though. Valium 4th, Dodgy 5th, Obi-Wan 6th, Champ still 7th, JPH 9th, Ricky J in, JPH in 8th, Ricky J in 9th, Hammercat 10th, Rob S in 11th, Pilgrim 12th, Raffo in 13th, Magenta Fez 14th. Manny then gets himself around the outside of Doug's onto this start-finish straight. Takes the lead as they head down here. They're still pretty close together. Let's change that view up a little bit. I'll look at the maniacs heading into turn 1. Manny in the lead then. Valium looking for 2nd. Doug's holds it though. Slots himself back across track, does Valium. Holds on to that 3rd. Looking to hunt down Doug's on the way out of turn 2. Looking for a way up the inside of Doug's there. It's not working. Background, Snav H 4th, under pressure from Obi-Wan, got himself up into 5th, followed by Champ Champ in 6th. JPH, Snav, sorry, Snav in 6th place and JPH 7th. So top 3 from race 1, starting to work their way through the pack then, even with the extra weight on board. Manny in the meantime is still holding that top spot. Champ Champ getting himself past Obi-Wan into Worth. Oh, Doug's a little bit sideways out of Worth there. Still pretty tightly packed here. Bit of a penalty on board for Manny. He's driven himself a little bit too tightly through there. Doug's, oh, lucky to keep that in a straight line. He's got drivers all over the back of him. Let's get ourselves on board with him as he's under pressure from Champ Champ, Obi-Wan, Valium, Snav. Just holds on to 3rd position. Doug's, yeah, sideways out of that turn. Valium looking for a way past. Snav and JPH at the back of this little train at the minute in the 2 Honda Civics. Oh, tiny bit of contact between Doug's and Champ Champ. Oh, Champ Champ gets a great big handful of sideways action through there. Gets himself back on track, but I think he's going to might pick himself up a penalty for that. Yeah, there you go, half a second cutting that turn. He's under pressure from the 2 Hondas then. So Manny still leads. Champ Champ into 2nd, being hunted by Obi-Wan in 3rd. He's also got himself past Valium in 4th. Big pile of penalties in that group there. What have we got? 0.3 on board for Champ Champ. Obi-Wan's just lost his. Valium's just lost his as well. JPH up into 5th as well. Oh, no, he's not. Doug's holds on to it. JPH almost ran himself off track. A little bit of sideways action between himself and Doug's. Snav H trying to hang on to the back of these 2 then. Manny's managed to, sorry, that's Ricky managed to close the gap back up on these boys as well. Ah, Snav H getting sideways through Sayat. Puts himself under pressure from Ricky J then. Doug's, JPH, Snav, Ricky J, Dodgy. Still tightly packed then. Quarter of the way through race 2. Pilgrim in 8th. Who's that off? It's Worth. Somebody off track. Raffo 12th. Hammercat, he's gone off at Worth. Not sure if there was any contact between himself and Raffo. Both drivers a little way off the pack, and Magenta Fez still barreling round. 14th, Manny, great big chunk of lead. He's got 2.6 seconds. Obi-Wan's managed to use the toe, got himself past Champ Champ. Valium's not managed to do that though, so Champ Champ holds that 3rd position. Obi-Wan tight through that final chicane. Is that going to cost him a penalty? It's cost Valium a penalty. Looks like Obi-Wan's managed to get away with that one. Champ Champ now in a position to hunt him down into turn 1 then. Closes up. Obi-Wan doesn't give him the easy route. Tucks himself right over. Oh, there you go. Tries to chuck one right up the inside there. Champ Champ backs out. Oh, it's compromised. Obi-Wan though, he's had to take a little bit of a shortcut. Again, may pick up a penalty for that one. There you go, 1.5 seconds. He's going to have to do some work to lose that and keep Champ Champ behind him. Valium right there with these 2 as well. Loses his penalty. Champ Champ slots one up the inside. Can he carry the speed? Oh, Obi-Wan just got his nose up the inside into Sayat, but Champ Champ carries the speed through into 2nd. Now on the hunt for Manny. Valium through as well. Obi-Wan's gone off. He's lost a position to Doug's. So Valium 3rd. Doug's back up into 4th position. Obi-Wan 5th. He's under pressure from JPH as well. Snav just half a second back in the 2nd of the Hondas. Pilgrim all over his back end though. So Majority of drivers still pretty close together. Obi-Wan chucks one up the inside of Doug's then, trying to take that position back. Doug's ghosting out, managing to get back through. Holds 4th then. Obi-Wan 5th. Again, trying to lose that penalty. Almost done it. He's under pressure from JPH though. JPH is going to be a good position to go for the position off of Obi-Wan down the start-finish straight. Snav H as well, just hanging on to the back of this slot, along with Pilgrim and Raffo and Rob S. A little bit of a gap back to Dodgy, just 2.6 seconds. Ricky as well, big gap back to him, 6.8 seconds. Another 3.2 back to Hammercat. Magenta 49 seconds down. Manny then still holding 2.2 seconds. He's head closer towards the halfway mark of race 2. Again, Champ will be carrying extra weight over from race 1. Valium isn't carrying extra weight over, so he's able to close the gap up on Champ. Obi-Wan's got himself back through into 4th position. There's a little bit of bumping and barging behind between JPH and Doug's as they battle for 5th. JPH gets through. Snav H under pressure from Pilgrim. Oh, Pilgrim just holds himself off the racing line while he loses his penalty. He's put himself under pressure from Raffo and Rob S though. So this turn catching a few drivers out as they run it wide. They just wheel catches on the little bit of AstroTurf and they can end up going very, very sideways. Oh, Doug's again taking a wide line through there, looking to not get it spinning round again. Manny taking a wide line through there as well. Still got 2.3 seconds over Champ. Valium still 1.9 seconds back as well. Obi-Wan looking to close that gap up. 2.9 seconds down though. Carrying the most weight as well into race 2. Well, that is Doug's again, sideways in the BMW. Another penalty to lose. Pilgrim off track in 8th. Get a tow, but he's got to be careful of the attacks from Raffo and Rob S as well behind. Rob S is going to be getting the most out of everyone down here. Closes up on Raffo. Raffo pulls himself over to the inside line of the track, as does Doug's. Both drivers going defensive from the 2 focuses. Doug's holds onto it. Both drivers have to take avoiding action. Driving themselves off track. That brings Raffo and Rob S back into this fight. As Raffo's sliding one up the inside of Pilgrim through Repsol. Renault. And now Rob S looking for the position of Pilgrim. Pilgrim's gone far too deep into there though, almost off track. Rob S gets himself through into 9th then. I thought you were going off for a wander there, Pilgrim. Dodgy just in the background of this train of drivers. BMW, Ford there. 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th. Oh, Raffo sideways through Worth. Does he get himself a penalty for that one? Yes, he does. 0.5 seconds. What's happening with Manny up front? That gap come down then, down to a second between himself and Champ. Just gets it back up to 1.2, but 8 minutes remaining. Can Manny hold on to it? Champ carrying a fair chunk of extra weight into this race. Might just work out in Manny's favour. Racing super soft on board for both drivers. Again, just a little bit of a penalty. A lot of drivers picking up penalties on that final chicane. Looking for the tow now then, Champ. 3.5 seconds back to Valium in 3rd position. There is Valium. Looks like he's having to go defensive from an attack from Obi-Wan. He is. Obi-Wan all over the back of Valium. Oh, he's got it wrong through. Oh, avoiding action again there. Keeps himself out of the way, allows Obi-Wan to come through and take that place. So Obi-Wan back into third. Great big penalty again for Valium. There is that battle brewing up front. Champ closing up on Manny. Just 0.4 of a second in it. 7 minutes remaining. Manny's going to be lucky if he holds on to this position again. Champ is carrying more weight over into race 2. Closes up into Worth. Try and see what's happening in that battle behind as well, as we Obi-Wan through into third. Then quite a big gap developed between himself and Obi-Wan, and Valium. Now is he going to sling one up the inside here? No, he doesn't. May as well wait till they start finish straight. He's in a good enough position to do so. Still 3.3 seconds over Obi-Wan in third. Closest rival to championship leader is Champ. Obi-Wan currently holding that top spot. He's pulled a little bit of a gap as well with the win in race 1. Now we'll see Champ go for it. Oh, they'd use a bit of bump draft down here. Maybe try and pull a bit of time over Obi-Wan. Yep. Champ now slots himself over to the inside line. He's going to go for the move. It should be quite easy as well. Through he goes. Oh, Manny tries to outbrake Champ. Doesn't work. Gets himself sideways. Loses a lot of time to Champ. Puts himself under pressure from Obi-Wan then. That's not what Champ wanted. Champ wanted Manny to try and stick with him. Not let Obi-Wan go through, because as I say, Obi-Wan, Champ, closest rivals in the championship alongside JPH in third. Obi-Wan through into second then. Manny third. Valium now 3.2 seconds back. Ooh, almost a little bit wide there for Obi-Wan. What's the gap between Obi and Champ now? 2.7 seconds. So Obi-Wan carrying the most weight over into race 2. Picks himself up with another penalty. Not a nice track for penalties, this one. Manny trying to hang on to that third position. Doesn't want to. Who's that? That's Champ that's driven himself off track. It's on here then. Champ has got it all wrong at Lukaksha. He's under pressure from Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan looking to get up the inside into, I forget what that one's called. Eurocar down towards the chicane. Manny right in this fight as well. Can Manny surprise these two? Looks like they've carried a fair bit of speed. Manny tucked into the slipstream of the pair of them. Champ even cuts across the pit exit to try and cover off any kind of move by Obi. Obi gives him plenty of space, brings himself under threat though from Manny, trying to run around the outside through Repsol. That's not going to work through there. Can he get himself up the inside into Renault? Oh, that's the wrong two. That was Renault. This is Repsol. Obi-Wan then goes for a slingshot up the inside. Oh, he's outbraked himself a little bit. Got himself in front of Champ, but almost drove himself off track. Now almost 3 wide as they head into Seat. Two minutes 50 seconds remaining. They're going to see 2 laps. Who's going to win out here? This is where we saw Champ get it wrong last time. That brought Obi-Wan and Manny back into this fight. All these drivers exploring these track limits then. Oh, great big 1 second penalty for Manny to lose. Oh, Champ's picked one up. What's Oh, sorry, not Champ Champ. Obi-Wan's picked one up. Manny hasn't. Magenta Fez has thrown herself off track at Lukaksha. Now the inside for Obi-Wan. Great drive out of Lukaksha. Unfortunately, he's had to give away. Champ Champ just holding the line through there. Obi-Wan leaving the door a little bit open. Oh, a tiny bit of contact into Euro car. Tiny bit of contact through the chicane. Oh, both drivers trying to take full advantage, but Obi gets through. Still 0.4 of a second to lose. Manny up into second then. He's now got 0.7 of a second over Champ Champ. So this will become final lap. Obi-Wan could be on for 2 wins here. He's got a second over Manny. Champ Champ will be driving the living daylights out of that poor Ford Focus. I feel sorry for it. Obi-Wan's still got to lose that penalty, even with 0.2 of a second. I think it still gives you a full second penalty, even if you have 0.1 full second. And he's not got that gap between himself and Manny to risk it. He's got to lose it before the end. Champ Champ hanging on, 0.7 of a second, 0.8 of a second. Where is anybody going to make a move? Is anybody going to make a move? See what's happening further back. Fallion 4th, then Raffo 5th, JPH 6th. Looking to get past on this final lap then for JPH. Snav H in 7th. Under a little bit of pressure from Rob. Dodgy again having a tiny bit of a race of his own. Doug's 10th, having a race of his own again. Ricky J 3.5 seconds back in 11th. Pilgrim just almost 2 seconds back. Hammercat's had a nightmare, and Magenta Fez also a bit of a nightmare. Obi-Wan then still leading. Manny right behind him. Almost lost that penalty as Obi-Wan still got a tiny bit of it. Last 2 corners coming up now. He drops his penalty. Don't pick one up on this final chicane corner. That one. Has he got away with it? Comes up to the line then to take the win in race 1. Does Obi-Wan? Sorry, race 2. 2 wins for Obi. Manny takes 2nd. Champ Champ takes 3rd. Valium 4th. Raffo 5th. JPH 6th. Rob S is going to take 7th. Snav H, great big chunk of penalty, takes 8th. Dodgy coming through for 9th. And that's Magenta Fez just in front. It certainly is. Magenta Fez takes 14th then. Dodgy takes that 9th position. Pilgrim going to come through for... Oh no, Ricky J might get this position off him. No, Pilgrim drops the penalty before the line. Ricky J backs off as well to allow him to keep that position. So Pilgrim 10th, Ricky J 11th, Doug's in 12th. And Hammercat, a couple of corners to go. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Hammercat. He's a long way back though. So now we have a 10-minute qualifying sprint session ready for next week. Not right now, let's wait for Hammercat to cross the line. There he goes then, takes that final position of tonight, 13th for Hammercat. Again, pretty much everybody picking up penalties in that race. I only saw 2 that didn't. Obi-Wan. 2 wins, 2 races. He carried over the extra weight. Started from the back in race 2. A little bumpy, little fighty between himself and Champ Champ. Unfortunately, Obi-Wan winning out in that little fight. Good result for Manny though. 2nd place, he'll be happy with that. Valium as well taking 4th. JPH, unfortunately, not getting the positions he'd like tonight. Did all right in race 1, 3rd place. But yes, I think he'll want better than 6th to try and keep himself in touch with Champ and Obi-Wan up front in the championship. Dugs, where are you going? Qualifying for next week, Dugs. So, I think qualifying's reverse grid as well. And a little 10-minute sprint. Oh, 10 past. Okay, so we've got 4 minutes. No extra power for you, Hammercat. This Doug's going to make a return. Right, come on then, chaps. Let's get qualifying underway. 10 past. Nearly 10:30 by the time we finish tonight. We have to think about making these races earlier. Yeah, good result for Manny, definitely. Second place in race 2. Why doesn't it like Champ's name? This game's bizarre. Blocks out all sorts of weird names when its algorithm thinks you're trying to swear or something, say a rude word. It's all about the Honda at the minute. Straight and a fast line. What did you say? A cruise liner in the corners. Right, get myself on track. We're getting the shout. Everyone ready. Manny just said it's watching Champ and Obi-Wan is like Max and Lewis. Full sends. Here we go then, jump into this little 10-minute sprint qualifying. See who's going to lead us out next week. Yes, so reverse grid for race or sprint qualifying. Magenta again going to lead us out. Hammercat second, Ricky third, Pilgrim fourth, Dodgy fifth. So that's Snav H in sixth, Rob S seventh, JPH in eighth. Raffo 9th, Valium 10th, Champ 11th, Manny in 12th, and Obi-Wan 13th. Lights are on red then. And away we go. It's another good start. Dodgy, the Yaris, getting a great start again. Can Dodgy take the win? Can he get himself through? The Magenta Fez has managed to hold the line. Valium again getting himself a good start. Oh, Snav H getting a little bit. Magenta just hanging out the way of the fight. Valium then fires himself through to the front of the race. He got helped through a little bit by Snav H. He outbraked himself into turn 1. Gave Valium a little bit of a shove up the road. That's hence the gap. So Valium leads. Hammercat second under pressure. Raffo just sneaking through to take second, then through Repsol. Hammercat third, Obi-Wan already up into 4th position. Snav H 5th, Champ 6th, JPH 7th, Pilgrim in 8th, Manny in 9th, Ricky J in 10th, Rob S 11th, Dodgy in 12th, Genta 13th. What can Valium do here then? He's been on pace with Champ, JPH and Obi-Wan. Unfortunately, a couple of little mistakes has cost him. Cars weaving about all over the place in the background, looking for position. Snav H chucking himself up the inside of Hammercat. Almost gets a slingshot up the inside of Obi-Wan as well. And up the inside of Champ. 3, 4 wide as they go. Maniacs. Hammercat, Champ, Snav and Obi-Wan all fighting for that position through there. Champ holds it. Snav H, as he held it from Hammercat, given plenty of space, the two Civic drivers. As an Obi-Wan in a Yaris trying to slot himself up the inside of all 3 of them. They've pushed him out. No slipstream for you, Obi-Wan. Now he's dropped back into that line of traffic. 7th place then for Obi. Pilgrim in 8th. Manny 9th. Pilgrim trying to fire himself up the inside. Ooh. Holds on to 8th. Manny 9th. Then Ricky in 10th. Rob S 11th. Dodgy 12th. Magenta 13th. Valium coming under pressure from Raffo now then. Champ starting to close that gap up as well. 1.2 seconds back at the minute. JPH and Obi-Wan fighting their way through. Who's going to hold the line into Seat? Looks like it's going to be JPH just. No, Obi-Wan does get himself through. JPH has to hang on to 5th. Snav H in 6th. Looking for a way through as well, all over the back end of teammate. Oh, wheel on the grass. There we go. Sideways for Snav H. He does keep control of it, but slows all the drivers down behind as he goes sideways across the track. Hammercat in 7th, then Pilgrim 8th. Oh, Hammercat a little wide through there, almost off track as well. Under pressure, he's got a Focus one side of him. He's got a Hyundai Genesis the other. Tries to outbrake the pair of them. Oh, but Dodgy slips the little Yaris. The sneaky little Yaris chucks itself up the inside. He takes that 9th position then. Rob S, Ricky J and Hammercat not expecting that. Oh, Hammercat again goes a little bit wide through there. Dirty tyres trying to keep it on track. Puts Ricky J under a bit of pressure behind. Let's get back onto that. Holds that 10th though. Ricky J 11th behind him. That's not Dodgy. It's not meant to be looking at Dodgy. That's the wrong driver. Anyway, while we've been looking at that, Valium has lost the race lead. Champ gets himself through then, almost 2 seconds up the road. Must have been a little bit of something happened between Valium and Raffo maybe. Because it's allowed JPH and Obi-Wan to close that gap right up on this pair. Raffo still looking for a way past Valium just in front. run it wide a little bit on the exit, but he does hold the line down here into Sayat. It's not going to be the line he wants, not full racing line. Raffo's trying to drive it around the outside through there. It's going to put these boys back under pressure from the two drivers behind. Side by side again, Obi-Wan and JPH on the run down to Worth. Oh, cuts across track, JPH cuts the nose off of Obi-Wan behind. Closing up on Raffo for this third position though, those two drivers. Raffo himself just keeping himself in touch with Valium, but nobody able to touch Champ Champ. He is now 3 seconds up front. Second, third, fourth and fifth pretty close together. Snav H just leading the next pile of drivers. We've got Snav, Manny, Pilgrim and Dodgy. Rob S being chased by Ricky J and Hammercat, 10th, 11th and 12th. Magenta Fez 13th, unfortunately 30 seconds down. So just under 4 minutes remaining, 3.3 second lead for Champ Champ. If he stays here, he'll be on pole position for next week's race. This is a qualifying sprint, this is not an actual race. Just a decider for next week. Valium under threat here from Raffo. Raffo's got the inside line into turn one. Can Valium carry the speed? No, Raffo gets himself through then. Valium third. Looking for a way past into Renault. Keep getting these two mixed up. Valium in third now then. JPH fourth, all over the back end of Valium. Still got Obi-Wan for company as well. Obi-Wan's managed to pick himself up a penalty, so trying to lose that while hanging with this pack. Chucks himself up the inside of JPH. JPH not quite paying attention. So he does get himself up into fourth position. He's got the inside line on the run down into Worth as well. Oh no, JPH comes back at him through here. Ah, Valium sideways through there. Positions almost swapping. Valium holds that third. He's got a penalty to lose. Obi-Wan fourth, JPH fifth. Penalties getting picked up all over the place. Manny into sixth, Pilgrim seventh, Snav in eighth now. Losing a couple more positions. Dodgy trying to close the gap back up on these three, sorry. Rob S as well, just a second back from that fight. Ricky J in 11th, just 1.2 seconds back himself, and only 2.5 seconds back for Hammercat. Magenta Fez 37 seconds down. Champ Champ then. This will become final lap for everyone. Fastest lap on board there, 158.2 for Champ Champ. 4.7 second lead over Raffo. Raffo's got himself a clean 2.6 second lead over now third place JPH. It was Obi-Wan when I flicked through, but he's just got himself off the racing line to try and drop some penalty, I think. So JPH on that final, I'll say podium position. It's not, because it's qualifying. Obi-Wan holding fourth, then Manny fifth, Pilgrim sixth, Valium 7th. Under pressure here though from Snav. He's got a great big chunk of penalty to lose on this last lap as well. Snav in 8th, Dodgy in 9th, Rob S in 10th, and Ricky J again close that gap right up. 0.7 of a second. Hammercat unfortunately 6.4 seconds down. Yeah, not getting on well tonight with the Civic, I don't think, Hammercat. Magenta Fez pulled over. Waiting for the timer to tick over there, Magenta. Race leader now 5 seconds from Raffo. Out on his own as well is Raffo. 3.4 seconds he's got between himself and Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan still having a battle with JPH and Manny here for these positions. Again, this is a qualifying sprint race for next week's race. Manny's got himself through into into fourth. JPH has got the inside line. Oh, it's going to be down to the last couple of turns. Champ though through this final corner. 5.2 seconds. He's going to be on pole position next week. Comfortably as well. First then for Champ Raffo. He's going to be well happy with the second position, that's for sure. Second on the grid next week for Raffo then. Obi-Wan takes third. Manny fourth. JPH fifth. Pilgrim takes sixth. Valium seventh. Snav eighth. Dodgy ninth. Rob S in 10th. Ricky J 11th. Hammercat just around that final turn as well for 12th. And Magenta Fez just crossing the line there. Yeah, so Hammercat takes 12th and Magenta Fez takes 13th. Not as many people picking up penalties there. Yeah, difficult track not to pick up penalties, that one. Some very fast, low corners that you can just nip across. Just nip across that, but no. Penalty for you. Why do you do that, Gran Turismo? See if anyone's got to say anything in the chat. Oh. Right, let me just pull up a little bit more info on the Friday night race. Where's that? Let's have a look. When does that start? Does it give me a start date? Come on. No. Someone put in the comments when the street races thing starts. Is the dates on there? I don't know, I can't see them. But yeah, it will be a Friday night thing. Not on my channel, it'll be over on CJW's channel, so make sure you go and check that out. Obi-Wan, no problem. Snav wants a different differential, no problem. Manny. Rob S hates his car. Well, it is what it is. So that's pretty much it. Let's start that again. That's pretty much going to be it from me tonight. Back on Monday. Are we back on Monday? Yes. Yes, we are. Got the minis on Monday. Final race. Where are we from? Where are we from? I forget. Alsace Village. That's where we're from on Monday. So the minis at 8 o'clock on Monday. And Thursday, same time, same place next week for this round 3 of the P1 Racing's British Touring Car Championship. If you want to help my channel out, there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can get yourself over to buymeacoffee.com/dartsmoke and drop a donation if you want. But if you actually want something for your money, I've got tickers and Stee-shirts. Yes, tickers and Stee-shirts. Tickers are £3 a pair, free postage. And Stee-shirts, £22 each, plus a free sticker and free postage as well. Hit me up at darksmoker@googlemail.com or on the Facebook page or anything like that on here. However, yeah, if you want any of that, let me know. Other than that, I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you have, give it a like, comment, subscribe. Tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.